So as far as the next speaker goes, we have another supplier. And without further ado, I would like to introduce Alessandro from K2 Systems. And the floor is yours. Alessandro, can you hear me?
Yes, hello, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. So yeah, good afternoon to all, and thanks to ESELO to let us be a part of this great digital conference. My name is Alessandro Lorefice, technical sales for international and the country manager for the Czech Republic. So I would like to present today our company, K2, and I would like to say what we do exactly and who we are and which products we are offering to our customers. So let's say, can you please share the next slide? Because, okay, perfect. So let's say K2 Systems is one of the European leaders in for mounting systems in the PV industry. K2 Systems is a company that was founded in 2004 in Germany, and after 2004 we founded many other daughter companies like in Italy, like in France, UK, USA, and Mexico. And last year we also founded a new office in Milan. And in the top section you can see our products that we developed over the years. In 2010, we started with our own calculation software, K2 Base. This was an offline software. And then in 2012, we developed our own S&D Dome. This was a system for the flat roofs. And in 2019, we started to digitalize all our softwares and services. And since last year, we also offer for the customers trainings and webinars. Yeah, K2 at a glance. So K2, we are located, or we are represented at 10 different locations, over 5 continents. We currently have 120 sales partners and distributors worldwide, and have approx 420 employees, and the number is are currently increasing because the solar business is booming. Yeah, the next slide will show you some interesting numbers. I would like to say some few words about that. So we had installed our systems in over 130 countries, and we are shipping every week 200 megawatts of products. And we have also planned with our online software approx 400,000 projects. And in the bottom you see a nice picture with the Eiffel Tower. We have sold about 15 million of roof hooks, and the weight of the hooks is the same weight as the Eiffel Tower. This is really interesting. Yeah. So let's say a few words about our development. So our products are very easy and quick to install, and let's say the quality should remain as high as possible. And therefore we have our own development departments in the USA, in Germany, and in Mexico. And let's say in each country and region has its special requirements, and therefore our engineers are also cooperating with external research institutes and structural engineers. One example is, for example, with our flat roof system, we have special wind tunnel gallery tests, and we also give 12 years product guarantee for all our products. Yes, the next slide is also interesting. So since we do not only offer physical products like mounting systems, but we also offer digital solutions. One of our most interesting software is our calculation tool, the K2 Base. We have currently over 60,000 users that are planning with this software. And you can plan your project very quick and easy in 5 steps. And this software is also connected to Google Maps. And let's say if you have an existing building in Google, and the exact roof can be founded by entering the location. But the most important thing about the software is that at the end of the calculation, you will receive a verified static proof, which means for you, this is the guarantee, and for your customer. Yeah. What you also can do with the software, you can transfer all the data from the software base to another external tool, like an inverter tool, for example, which means that this will save you a lot of time, because you can calculate the mounting system and the inverter with only one software. And on the next, on the right side, you see another nice tool. It is our K2 Docu app. This is also, let's say, a digital assistant for the installers. And let's say this digital assistance is helpful because if you have to imagine, if you have a project, you have a lot of documents, yeah, like AutoCAD files or module data sheets, reports, and so on. And all these documents can be now summarized by help of this K2 app. Yeah, so let's say the installer has no more paperwork. All the information are in both softwares because they are synchronized, and the installer has the possibility to access on all the information directly on his mobile phone, and can then at the end confirm the project by his signature. Yeah. So the next slide is a screenshot about our K2 base software. This is how it looks like. So you see at the end of the calculation, you will get let's say an overview about the verification. You will get also the bill of material, and then you can then download the PDF reports, or as I mentioned before, you can transfer all the data to an external tool, for example. Yeah, this slide shows you one more time the connection between both softwares, let's say the Docu app and Base. Let's say all the information from the beginning to the end are stored and saved in both programs. Yeah, it means that if you have, for example, a change, if you have to change something in Base, let's say you have to change the module dimensions, and this change will also synchronize automatically in the Docu app. So it's a nice tool because everything what you change will be also automatically changed in the other tool. So yeah. And what we also, let's say, offer is a nice service. We also started to offer the trainings for the installers. So the training is divided in 3 difficult levels: bronze, silver, and gold. And let's say the installers, they have only to watch some small videos, and then they have to answer some questions, and they have the opportunity to become certified K2 installers. It's really interesting. So you can find the trainings on our website, and of course they are for free. Yeah, here's another overview about our digital services. One interesting service is also the live webinars that we offer every week. We have live webinars. You can find the dates also on our website. Each webinar has a specific topic and is moderated from our specialists. Yeah, now let's come to the 3 topics. Let's say we have 3 different areas for what we have solutions. Let's say we have flat roofs, There are so many different flat roofs in each region. So there are flat roofs covered with bitumen, there are flat roofs with PVC membranes or green roofs. For all these types of flat roofs, we can offer you the correct solution. And for pitch roofs, there are also so many different coverings. We have pitch roof with tiles, trapezoidal sheet coverings, we have corrugated fiber cement, and we have bitumen, and so on. And for that, we can also give you the right solution. And for the ground, we have also some solutions, but we are more focused on small and medium-sized installations. So we do not very big, large installations, because our focus is more on flat and slope roofs. So the next slide shows you now our main systems for the pitch roofs. As I mentioned before, there are so different coverings. We have, for example, for the tile roofs, we have special hooks that we can offer to you. The hooks are made of stainless steel or aluminum. And for trapezoidal sheet, we can also offer short rail systems like the mini rail or the multi-rail. And we have also a long rail system. It is called basic rail with the basic clip. You can see the picture in the middle on the left side. The basic rail system is one of our oldest and strongest systems. We have also approval and certification to mount on the sandwich panel, because we are also collaborating with a manufacturer like Fischertherm or Montana Therm. And what is also interesting is in the bottom of the slide, you see on the left side a slope roof with a bitumen covering. And we have a lot of bitumen coverings here in the Baltic areas, and this could be a nice solution for you. We use here the splice foot. The splice foot can be mounted directly to the wooden boards or directly to the rafters. Yeah, and for the flat roofs, we have also special systems. The system is called Dome 6. We are offering a south-facing solution or an east-west solution. There are 3 different systems, let's say. The first system is called Express, the Dome 6 Express. Express, why is it called Express? Because 80% of the components are pre-assembled, which means we will ship the components pre-assembled to your construction site, and you will save a lot of time. The next system is the classic system. This is, let's say, a long rail system. It is not pre-assembled, but it is more flexible because you can adjust optimally the shadow distance. Yeah, and then the third system is the classic LS system. Let's say this system will be used if the modules are not allowed to clamp on the short side as a standard clamping, because standard is if we clamp on the short side, and if the module manufacturer says no, you are not allowed to clamp, then we have to use the classic LS system. With this system, we can fix on the long side of the modules. Then you have 4 clamps. Or if you have high loads, then you have also to use classic LS, but classic LS system is more expensive than the other 2 systems because you have really more material. And let's say we don't recommend to use big and large modules for flat roof. Please use the big and large modules only for ground mounted systems. Yeah, a few words about flat roofs. Let's say our low ballast systems, they are called low ballast because they will be only ballasted, but only up to a pitch of 5 degrees. If the flat roof has more than 5 degrees of pitch, then you have to fix the system directly to the roof. Yeah, then it's not allowed only to ballast. You have to anchor the system. Yeah, and the next slide shows you some ground-mounted systems. As I mentioned before, we have also some systems. They are called AREC and PREC, and these are solutions for, let's say, small ground-mounted projects. we call it garden kits. You can also have different elevations. You have 15, 20, and 25 degrees, and the A and P rack will come to the construction site. It is a delivery complete palletized. Let's say everything is pre-assembled, so you can start to install the system for maximum of 16 modules. Yeah, that's our team. On the top side, you see my colleague, Mr. Matthias Groschel. He's the country manager for the Baltics, and my colleague Salah and I, we will support Matthias in all the technical matters. Yeah, that's it from my side. So if you have any questions, you can contact me, or you can tell me now the questions, or you can also send the questions to SLO. We can also answer it later. And I would like to mention also that you can visit us here at the Intersolar in Munich. Yeah, we are waiting for you. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and thank you.
Alessandro, thank you for the presentation.
I hope I was not so fast, but yeah.
Yeah, no worries, not a problem, because it's 3:30 and people have been here since 10 o'clock listening to the conference. So I'm sure that towards the end, I know it's a bit challenging to keep the attention. And some of the questions, what I want to ask you is, one of the questions you mentioned that K2 has partnerships, 130 partners, right? And
Yeah,
SLO is a
correct.
partner as well. Maybe you can share some of the criteria how K2 decides, to step into the partnership, and what do you look for in your partners?
Yeah, let's say the partnership with the distributors is very important for us, because let's say this is our strategy. We are working, let's say, only with distributors and EPCs. We don't have, let's say, to be honest, the capacity to calculate every project for a small electrical company. So this is why we do the business only with distributors, and we would like that, that all the customers in each country are, let's say, familiar with this products. And I guess if you have a business with a distributor, this could be the best option, to develop your products. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So in this case, SLO is meeting these requirements, is one of the partners that you cooperate with here, and for sure this is the role that also colleagues from SLO here explained, that they are like one-stop agency for people who want to do something better with their lives in terms of their energy bills, consumption, and moving towards more sustainability over the long term. A quick question: what kind of tells you apart K2 systems from other manufacturers on the market? I know the answer, but maybe you can emphasize, and this is one of the reasons why SLO is cooperating with you.
Let's say, what is the difference between us and the other manufacturer, you mean?
Yeah, what's how you stand out?
Let's say our strongest, we have a lot of experience. Let's say we are, as I mentioned before, the company was founded in 2012, so we have a lot of experience. Everyone in the company has a different role and has a lot of experience, because we came, let's say, from different business. And what we also do is a good service. So we give the customers a nice service, like, as I mentioned before, webinars, trainings, and we also give trainings on site, or if SLO needs a training, we will also come. So I think, or I guess, our support is really, really important, and I think we do this really well in the last years. This is, let's say, one good point that we have in K2.
And I asked the same question to guys from SLO, and Artis, who is also presenting today. He opened up your K2 base digital product, and he said that this is one of the key reasons why K2 products are good, because he said not too many manufacturers are able to provide such a precise calculations and such a precise, because I guess this is also your experience, that not too many manufacturers do those calculations according to the winds and other aspects, which you can provide with your software.
Yeah, this is true. Artis is correct, because let's say, to be honest, other competitors, they have also nice solutions and softwares, but our software is really it's our own software. Let's say we have a big department behind this software, so we have a lot of engineers that are working every day on this software, and we are also updating every day. And so let's say the most advantage is also that we give this software for free, so you don't have to pay anything for the software. Yeah, and this is one of our, let's say, most important digital tools.
Yeah. So you're like Apple, to give the people analogy. You know, you're manufacturing your hardware and you're manufacturing your software.
Yeah, this is right. So we, as I mentioned before, so we are one of the first companies that started to digitalize all, let's say, the services and the softwares, and I guess this is an advantage that we have, and the other, maybe they have also digitalized some programs, but I guess we are one of the pioneers, let's say, one of the first companies that started with that, because it's really important to digitalize in today, because it's important. Yeah.
And this is what also colleagues from SLO said, that it's really easy for them if their customers are also using your software, because then it's easy for them. That's the same calculations, they can easily get everything together and get the ball going. I think, Alessandro, yes, I'll conclude on that. And as you mentioned, people get in contact directly with you, some contact information on the website, your colleagues as well. Yeah, again, everyone who's watching can get in touch with SLO. And if you have any questions in regards to K2 and everything that K2 does, feel free to contact SLO and we'll get the right answer. Thank you, Alessandro.